Hello, the internet. My name is Reader Acted, and welcome back to the stream. Today we are carrying on with TCG Card Shop Simulator. And why did I have this on? Oh yeah, I was going to turn the music down, wasn't I? Okay, we're going to drop that down to medium and that to medium, so we're not deafening each other. We're here today from my super secret second location, IK, somewhere in South Wales. Nobody knows where. So, I'm on a second PC. I've got no idea if I've set things up right. And hey, Lenkia, am I coming through okay to you? I'm not used to working with only a single screen. It is cool. Yeah, running on single screen, not fun. Means I've got to mess around in OBS in the background, and I can't have my main game up. So, where were we? We are 5 weeks into the game now. No, 6 weeks into the game. We're up to shop level 25. We've got... we're making good progress. We are... I think it's just one level away from getting... Yes, one level away from getting the legendary card packs. So progress is happening. I may end up being a little slow to respond to chat because, unfortunately, single screen. So I'm running chat on my iPad beside me, which means I need to turn my head to actually look what's happening. Because unfortunately, I'm sitting on a sofa, which is really comfy, but not very good for... go away. Oh, go away! Like, literally, let me hit the till. There we go. Oh. Apparently, we're setting at dollars. I need to change that. Ugh. GBP, thank you very much. Keybind, right. Sprint. What was sprint? Shift is sprint. Okay, right. It just seems to be moving a lot faster than normal. And the frames don't look quite as good either. Like, I'm getting a lot of artifacts on screen. I could run everything on one screen, but that involves figuring out getting this window down better. What am I missing? £4. I think it's a field of view problem. Display. Camera field of view, bring that in a bit. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Okay. I'm seeing quite a few lines across the screen at my end. Is anything else happening for you? Because I may have to drop the quality settings. Ooh, £826. That's a good sale to start the day. £576. That's a good sale as well. Oops, I'm not sure that's doable. I know, let's have a look-see. OBS dock. I can't see how that'd actually work because I need to be able to click on the screen. And if I click on the OBS, it just messes around with what's on the screen. I'd end up dragging the game about the screen a lot. I'm not entirely sure that's viable. That's not right. 66, there we go. I can count. And another £549 sale there. Very nice, very nice. So that's over £1,500 at the start of the day, and he wants to sell me a card for £458. I think I'm going to take him up on that one, because that is going to be able to flip for that for at least £150, possibly £200. Let's have a look, Ski. That's a ghost. Ghost with the most. £625. Let's say that. There we go. That's a decent profit there. I'm going to try dropping the quality to medium. See what that does to the lags on the screen. Now see, I'm still seeing lots of visual artifacts when I move up and down, just lines across the screen. Is that showing up for you at all, or is that just at my end? Didn't have any gradeds. Still no Destiny. So just on Tetramon. A couple of high price cards to list, sure, why not? Yeah, keep that 125. Not that one. Blimey, you go away for a few days and you forget how to play the game. Well, not so much forget how to play the game, but my coordination from what keys to press are going to pot. Good couple of £1,000 profit there, or a couple of hundred even. I'll take it. Did I have cards on the go? I didn't have cards on the go, but that does make sense that I wouldn't, because we are so very, very close to being able to pull the legendary cards together. Oh, I'm not on a laptop, I'm on a full desktop. It's a couple of years older than my main computer at home, so it's not quite so powerful. And the screen itself is actually a TV screen. So the actual view is great, but the responsiveness is not entirely as much as it could be. This is, after all, purely my backup system. Although honestly, I would have thought even this system would have been good enough to handle a game like this. I mean, really, it shouldn't be that graphically intensive. What can you do? Asset flip games like this are probably not optimised at all. Yeah, okay, I'm switching back up to the higher graphic setting because yeah, it's not making any difference to the graphical glitches I'm seeing on screen. Oh, this is System Gate 2 I wanted, not System Gate 1. Clearly it's going to be another of those days where I need to vocalise everything I'm planning to do as I do it, otherwise I'm going to forget by the time I turn around. Yay, ADHD brain playing up again. Gap over here. So close, I can taste it. Come on, finish the level up. Where did I put the deodorant nowadays? Ah, there it is. As soon as Slowpoke shifts. Stocked up. Where did I put the others? There. Okay. And this deal is rubbish. Have to say, really quite disappointed with the performance of this computer at the minute. I thought it would be doing much better than this. It's not a particularly old computer. I got it in, I think 2000, so it's only 5 years old. Was it 2001? Either way, not a particularly old computer. Less than 5 years. So it shouldn't be... Well, maybe it's pushing 5 years old now. But it shouldn't be struggling so much with this, certainly. It's got a decent graphics card in it. Luminosity darker. Is it? Let's have a... Oh, you're right. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not showing up different on the TV screen, but for the game, it's showing up a lot darker. Huh, I wonder why that is. Okay, let's have a look at the settings, see if... Okay, nothing obvious here. Oh, that's a good deal. Right. Let's have a look at the settings in OBS. Game capture, okay. Capture specific window. that's not changed things. Switch back. How very odd. Why is it coming up so much darker on screen? Oh, there we go. Okay, apparently it was the pre-multiplied alpha setting was not switched on, which was why it was coming through so dark. I've got no idea what that was or why it made it so dark, but hey ho, problem sorted. The joy of on-the-fly setup, because that didn't show up when I tested earlier. It looked like it was doing perfectly fine. God, get a load of this guy. Thinks a class 3 card in that state is worth worth anything. Blimey. He must be joking. Right, let's get some clear sleeves out. Okay, those cards are done. Look how wretched close we are to going up a level. So close. And it's not going to do it. It's not. It's just... We're going to close up for the day and we're going to be like probably 100 XP away from leveling up, and the game is just going to laugh at me. Oh well. Got some cards to open. Let's see if that pushes us over the limit. Okay, oh wow, even the card openings settings are bust. Let's pop those back down and fix that. Good lord. Alright, open pack, fast as possible. Show new cards, auto next card. Biff bash bosh. Has that fixed the speed problem? Yes, it has. Okay, there we go. Just checking, it's not that it's too bright now, right? It is about the right luminosity. It looks to be about right, but honestly, I wouldn't trust the game, and I barely trust OBS. Ooh, nice card, nice card. It's a god pack. Oh, that is gorgeous. And it was enough to push me over onto level 26. Booyah! Oh, that is fandabby-dozy. Okay, let's get the orders in for today. So, we need rare and legendary. Oh, may just go back to call them yellows and reds. Yeah, rares, yeah. Epics, that's it. A box, yeah. There. Right, unlock that. 3 packs. Because we're going to start with having one going straight through the machine. Okay. White dice, red boxes. Okay, we're good for plushies and statues. Clear card sleeves we're down on. Oh, should have ordered deodorant. Oh well, I doubt we'll run out tomorrow. There we go. So even with those good card sales today, we lost almost £2,000 once you take into account the £2,500 we paid getting the new cards out. But we are going to be selling them for £14.50 a time, so we're going to make our money back fairly swiftly, I think. And even better, we've got all those lovely full art cards we pulled from that pack right before closing time. Okay, let's get these cards out for sale then. $2,787 before I whack 10% on it. Oh, that's going to be some good money when that sells. Even these ones aren't bad. That's 115. I like them in little round numbers. I'll call that 75. Oh boy, Slowpoke is generating the queue again. I think my next big investment is going to have to be the next staff member up with a bit more speed on the till, so we can stop these queues forming, at least cut down on the queues forming at the very least, because at the minute it's terrible. Right, see what this deal is first. Not worth doing, that's what it is. Not a good deal either. Right. Ooh, okay. Completely out of Mafia works. Let's get those on the shelves. I don't know why he's just hanging around there. Let's get some Bear Pig on the shelves. Just thinking about it, I think the problem with the lines I'm seeing on the screen is more likely to do with the refresh rate of the television not quite matching a dedicated gaming monitor. That's probably the problem. Which, minor embuggerance, but yeah, I can live with it. And back to flogging dupes. I suspect it actually looks better for you guys than it does for me, because the graphics card on my computer is perfectly acceptable. As I say, I think it's actually just the specific refresh rate of this television screen I'm using as a monitor, which usually can cope okay, but might be struggling a little with an unoptimized game like this. That's a decent deal. Here we go, what we got? Everything is new, obviously, and, well, nothing especially interesting money-wise. It's a single best card in the half box is £33, but I'll take it. At this point, we're largely just building up stocks. Honestly, it's a minor issue for me, and if you're not seeing any lines across the screen, then it, you know, I can quite happily live with this. So as long as it's not bothering you guys, which, as I say, I suspect it's a TV artifact rather than a thing coming through the graphics, then, oh, okay, actually missed an offer there, that's rare. Then I'm not going to bother swapping games, because it would actually mean involve stopping and then figuring out what game I want to play. Then I'm going to need to install a new game, and that's just a hassle. I can live with this for the rest of the stream, and then we can always work out later if we do need to swap games. Right, next question, actually, a very big question. Shop level 30 is when we get legendary card boxes. So we've got 4 levels to go up. Ooh. All 4 battle decks are now available. Now the sensible place to put the battle decks would be on this bottom shelf below all these cards, which means I need to figure out somewhere else to put the sleeves. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the sleeves. I suppose probably one of these end racks would be the sensible place to put them. But nope, that's a bad deal. I don't have a single-sided shelf out anymore. Okay, need more black dice out. Ooh, definitely need black dice out since she's grabbed all but one of them. Q is starting to grow again. Yeah, it's a thing that when I move my view up and down with relatively quickly, it crops up across various points in the screen. Hence why I think it's a refresh thing with the monitor. So a minor bother, as I say. I can quite happily live with it. Honestly, I'd rather be playing with my cards than figuring out something else to do. That's rubbish. I think we're getting close to the point where we want to buy the next expansion. Actually, I'll go do that right now. There we go. Fifth bash bosh. Now we can afford to get, well, first thing first, another storage rack. And then look at expanding the stock again. Yeah, that's a decent offer. Take him up on that one. Rock, that was it. It was the rocks are out. Okay. So I don't think we can get another table in here. Pick that up and yeah, okay. So can't fit another table in there just yet. So we need something else in this corner. Could probably get about £50 off that one, I suppose. It's not a massive profit, but a profit is a profit, as I always say. Ooh, new cards. Okay, not so many new. Whoa! Ooh, look at that, 5,700 total value. What's the doozy here? There we go, £4,215 card. That's gonna pay the bills. 220 there, that's pretty good as well. Yeah, a mere 35 there. 47 there. 36.30 there. 47 there. Nice. Very, very nice. That's not worth bothering with. Right, so I got my first Destiny card, which is immediately going to get flipped for... Okay, I thought I'd only be making about £50 on that, but they reckon that's worth about £150. I'm not one to quibble. Another offer. Reasonable, I'll take him up on it. I suspect I'm going to struggle to sell this one, but if I can, I will be rolling in it, because that'll pretty much double my cash, my current cash straight off, which no bad thing. Yeah, it's in the roadmap that they're going to add making the game playable. Certainly be interesting to see if it's any good when they make it playable. I suspect probably not, but then again, I wouldn't say I'm an elitist when it comes to playing card games, but I've been playing card games for about 30 years now, so I have opinions about what makes for a good card game. So for this game to be any good, it's going to have to be spectacular. I'm listing things I didn't actually want to start listing. I did say I was going to make my cut-off for non-duplicates at £50. Whoopsie. Got a deal. It's a bad deal, no thank you. I don't know what he's up to. Come on, there we go. Okay, so he did buy a couple of cards out here, that's not bad. Another thing I want to see, as and when they make the game playable, they need to work in some sort of multiplayer game, because honestly, playing against a computer is probably not going to be that hard, unless they spend far more time working out the AI logic than they have for, well, pretty much any other aspect of the game. Which, yeah, I'm not holding my breath. Right. Okay. One claim. So for the reorder here. Oh, blimey, we are out of deodorants. I'm honestly a bit surprised. I didn't think we'd go through all the deodorant in a day, but apparently we did. Must have been a day of particularly stinky customers. So we're going to need a System Gate 1, a System Gate 2, and 2 copies of Mafia Works. Do I want to start buying these? I mean, 800 for the penny sleeve license isn't too bad. And I do have the shelf space for them. So we'll go with them. Get 2 boxes. They're actually quite cheap, aren't they? And then tower deck boxes for £1,500. Right, if I get these, where am I going to put them? If I put them on this bottom shelf here, for now, that seems like a reasonable place to put them. We'll get that as well. Okay, I'm actually going to need to get a storage unit for these. There we go. And then I'm going to shift boxes of books there. Get rid of those. Deodorant can go there. And then not there. There. Okay. I don't want to shift stuff off here just yet. Actually, no, it's no bad thing to start shifting. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put, for a moment, close that shelf. Okay, clear sleeves there. Oh. Hi Sakura, Thomason, welcome to the stream. Ah, Thomason's a spammer, I see. Nothing says, I love being part of your community, than being the first thing you say in the community saying, hey, join my Discord. Yeah, I ain't biting, mate. Tatty buys. Ooh, okay, we're going to round up to £3 for those. And the deck boxes. Right, we need to do orders for the day. So, a box of commons, or common boxes, rare cards, and legendary cards. I really think I'm going to start calling them by colour, because I cannot remember the names all the time. Okay, bat plushie, pig, rock and bat statues. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Tired. Somewhat stressed from setting up the stream. Well, I don't hang out in streams enough to know really how it used to be, but I suspect at this point it's become another one of those things where people have started to realise there's money to be made, and as soon as there's money to be made, the grifters come out. Ah! I can't quite order replacement stock. That is a pain in the patootie. I mean, it's a shame because really, you know, what I want out of this is just community. You know, talking to people, getting along with people. I have absolutely no expectation of making money off of this, but at this point, everyone said like, oh, you got to have a side hustle. You got to be making money. You got to be go, push, make your hobby monetize your hobby and all that. It's like, ugh. Capitalism sucks. Capitalism ruins everything. Sucks the fun out of the world. Ooh. Let me think on that, because I definitely can't afford it. Okay, nothing doesn't look like I've got any particularly good cards here. That's worth 36. 150 there, that's not bad. 45 there. On this page, nothing. Okay. I hate to say it, I think I'm going to have to decline him, because unless I get a couple of sales quickly, I'm just not going to be able to afford that card. Which, rather unfortunate, because there's fantastic profit to be made off it. Okay, let's hustle up the early sales. See if it's possible to make £1,000 quickly in the morning. Dang it, he walked away. Oh well, I still couldn't afford his cards anyway. In fact, I can barely afford yesterday's stock purchase. I can at least restock the shelves now. Oh, Slowpoke's going to the till, he can handle that. I actually went and checked out my Twitter earlier, and I got like 6 or 7 people who were following me, and they've all got exactly the same bio, down to the same emojis they're using in it. It's like, okay, so that's just spam accounts selling graphics, and you can guarantee they're either ripped off from somebody else or AI generated or something equally dodgy and I find you just can't trust people who do self-promotion because just so many grifters out there nowadays. Well, yes, I agree. It is usually better to avoid Twitter, but considering people keep coming in and say, hey, can I add you on Twitter? And then I send them over there. I figured I should at least look and see what's happening over there. And mostly what's happening over there is, yeah. Reminds me why I haven't used it in 3 years. Right, are we good here? Yeah. Oh, deodorants. I didn't order deodorants. I'd better order deodorants right now, otherwise we're going to have a problem. Do I need anything else while I'm ordering deodorants? No, not in immediate. Well, I'll eat the cost of ordering just 2 items instead of 3. Just put that down as idiot's fee. Remember to always order the deodorant. The alternative stinks. Rim shot. That's true. If they come in, say, hey, check my stuff, and disappear, I'll generally try and be nice to them. Because a lot of them will at least try and be friendly. Thomas in there, on the other hand, with the straight up blatant lies, that I objected to. It's like somebody who's never been in my streams before, has never spoken before, saying, hey, I love your streams and love being part of your community. It's like, aha, that sort of falsehood just does not work for me. Where are we? Oh. Okay, no, he's got the dice there. Okay, let's add some more stuff to the shelf. I really need to track down some new background music so I don't have to listen to this game's in-game music anymore, because it is driving me batty, because it's like a 30-second loop or something. There's not much to it at all. Okay. Ooh. Offer. Rubbish offer. Should be done by now? Yes, it is. 620 off that one. That's not great. It's not terrible. £39 carb there. 32.50 there. 45 there. What's your deal? Your deal is the return on investment for that is absolutely fantastic, but it is going to eat all my day's profits again. But the return on investment is so high, I can't not do it. Alas and alack. I mean, I can open a YouTube tab for it, but the thing is, I'm dual streaming on YouTube, so YouTube is going to slap me with a copyright strike if I put any other music on. Or at least, unless it's properly credited and... that one, £5,215. Sure, that works. Well, the thing is, there's stuff that says it's DMCA free, and then half the time some git will have gone round and put false copyright strikes or false copyright claims on other people's music, so that even stuff that's supposed to be DMCA free can get you claimed anyway. And I got no idea how to find the ones that are safe. The game is very clearly trying to keep me... Oops. No, not that low. The game is clearly trying to keep me broke as possible. They keep giving me completely unmissable offers all the time. The fiends. I guess it's just another thing to add to the back burner of things I really should get sorted at some point. Like socials, like getting rigging done, like... so much I'm supposed to be doing. And as it was a struggle today just to get the streaming setup done, just to do this one stream on my regular settings. I do not have a great work ethic, I have to be honest. Which is another good reason I never expect to make money of this. Because making money, you gotta put effort in, and I am not willing to put the effort in. It's one of my great failings. I'm not happy having those boxes there. I'm going to shift them over to that rack. And I'll save that last slot there for the, well, either the magnetic holders or the top loaders. I'm not entirely sure what a top loader is. Is it some sort of sleeve? Okay. 638 off that box. What we got? We got £55, £34, £54. Nothing to write home about, but steady restock. Okay. See, last time I bought sleeves, my big consideration was, did they match the cards they were going in? And that's about as much as I care for my sleeves. They're functional, they protect the cards, and they match. In this case, they were matching a Railgun S Weiss Schwarz deck. Which is, yeah, that's about the last time I bought cards, I think. I did get given a bunch of the current iteration of Star Wars card game because a bunch of guys from my gaming group play it, but I just did not get into it, so I haven't really done anything with it. Which I kind of feel bad about, but yeah, it's not my bag, you know. If a card game doesn't speak to you, you don't want to be dropping however many hundred you need to get a decent selection of cards for it. Okay, so yellow boxes, red cards. Oops. Dang, those red cards are expensive. Black dice. Okay. So I can probably get a second box of reds without completely breaking the bank. And tip over to the next day. By 10 centimeters. 3" by 4" the Ultra Pro top loaders. Is that what you mean? Because that would be what? It's 3 centimeters to an inch. So it's 9" by 12". I mean 9 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So that's not going to be a playing card, is it? It's going to be 9 centimeters by 12 centimeters. That's quite large. What the heck do you use those for, I wonder? Well, let's have a look on Tinternet and have a look. Alright, there we go. That's the real product. I'm looking at them, the actual product online. I still haven't got a clue what the heck that actually is. Also, IRL, they are about $2.50 a box. How much should we be charging? Oh no, that's a different thing, isn't it? The penny sleeves. I'd have to look at the top loaders, but yeah, I cannot understand what this top loader is. Oh, okay. So they're not actually for, like, your gaming cards. They're for collectible cards, like baseball cards and basketball cards and things. So very much one of those American card things. Oop, oh, no, missed his offer. Oh well. What we got? £300, that's not bad. 43.20 there, 46.91 there, 31.68 there, £40 there. So we're getting a few good cards in there. Yeah, Britain's one of the is weird in that we're supposed to have gone over to the metric system in all things, but half the time we stick to imperial units. It can get very confusing even to us. mean, we're not quite as bad as the Americans where they'll use anything other than the metric system, but we're certainly quite inconsistent with the weights and measures we use. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Ooh, okay. At some point we sold an expensive card or two because we're back up above almost 7,000 in the bank now. Must have sold that one that was quite high value, or one of them anyway. No, that really high value card is still there, as is the high value graded card there. Who knows? That's what I wanted. For my next trick, I might buy yet another warehouse shelf. There we go. I'm going to admit the truth. I am never, ever going to use... Oh, okay. Yes. They've brought back selling things again. I don't know why they got rid of it in the last update, but it is back. We can sell shelves again. Hallelujah. Right, black dice. Got a deal. It's a pretty good deal. I'll go with that one. 609. Let's see if I can get that without the change involved. Sweet. Well, I'm never going to use those low ones again. I mean, why bother with a half-height storage shelf when you can get full-height ones? They were a necessary addition at the start of the game, but from now on, I'm never going to be poor enough to be in a situation where I'd rather have those half-heights rather than the capacity for a full height. I think it just makes more practical sense long term. And then this shelf unit is going to get, as soon as I have the money free, I'm going to start getting the battle decks. What's your deal, sir? That's a rubbish deal. What we got here? Again, not a particularly great box. 27.66 there, 36.84 there. Tell you what, the next thing I should buy is actually workbench. See if this will actually fit in the corner. It will. Fan-dabby dozy. Okay. I can yoink that. Store that there. Right. Minimum cards remain 1. Now there's 4 brackets in this. 1 penny to £1, £1 and a penny to £2, £2 and a penny to £3, and £3 and a penny to £5, and each different bracket gives you a different colour box with a different value. But each of them gets 100 low value cards, which is a great way to finally start burning down some of the excess stock I have in my card collection. There we go. Grab 4 of them and find a shelf space to put them on. Yeah, let's just stick them down there for now. And flog them for market price. I think I'm going to have to try and figure out a way to squeeze more shelves in here. I'm not sure how I can though. I definitely don't need more tables. But shelf space is certainly getting to be a premium. Or at least it will be once I start racking up stock better. I suppose actually I've got a lot of empty spaces at the minute, which are kind of sitting there with, I've got an idea of which product is going to go there, but at the minute there's nothing because I can't afford the products. So I should start actually better stocking my shelves. That would be the sensible option rather than going, well, eventually there's going to be X, Y and Z in these positions. Not really worth it. What I am going to do... Oh, actually, when's my rent due? 5 days. Okay, so I've got plenty of time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just grab the whole bally lot straight off. Okay, that's the battle deck's done. Okay, so the reds, red, green, blue, yellow in that order, okay? Has to be in that order because OCD says it does. OCD rules all sometimes. Why is it? It's not really OCD. It's probably an autism thing more than anything else. Either way, there is a specific order they need to go in, and I'll be very upset if it's not in that order. Ergo, I'm making sure it's in the correct order. It works in my brain, I swear. And blue. There we go. And now we'll put them on this shelf rather than the bottom shelf. Right. So £1 and a penny. Okay, we'll just have to go £1. You'd think if they had the barriers at £1 and £1 and a penny. Oh, 0 to £1, £1 and a penny to £2, £2 and a penny to £3. They'd actually make it so you could properly get the blooming that penny marker done properly, but no such joy. You gotta fiddle with it, and they're not playing nice. Ho hum. Right, so that's 4 yellows. Let's get £2 and a penny to £3. Yeah, can't quite get it to £3. Last bracket, £3 and a penny to £5. Well, there we go then. Let's get those on the shelf. Oh, no. Market price without markup, because otherwise they don't sell well. And we want them to sell, because the whole point of them is getting the spare cards out of my inventory. Right, there we go. All good. Ooh. 111.88, that's pretty good. 35 there, that's it. Not a fantastic set. Okay, so yellow and red cards. Clamigo mats. How are we doing on the mats? Okay, so the next 4 licenses are available for purchase. So I really got to keep an eye on those. Need collection books. And yeah, they're out there. So collection books. And amongst the board games we need System Gate 2, Mafia Works and Claim. So just a small order from those. think it'd have to be a small castle. Or maybe a white castle. You know, one of those American fast food meals. I don't think I could even afford the license to get a White Castle restaurant. Never mind a proper castle. And the big problem with actually getting rich in this game is every time you get a bit of money together, you end up spending it all getting the license for the next shiny new thing to add to your stock. Or the next shop expansion. Or, as the case is going to be quite soon, the next level up employee so you can actually get some work done properly. Because man, this guy's taking his sweet time on the hill. Okay, know what offers at the minute? I think I'm also getting to the point where I need more card display tables. So that's another thing. Another thing to add to the long, long list of things I need to upgrade. What do we get this time? Oh, okay, we got a god pack of full art cards again. So 187.50, 148.90, 136.82, 150.41, 147.98, 151. So some good cards that'll pay well there. 45 there, 28 there, and over here 140. So, you know, proceeding ever onwards. Still not enough for the next pack of cards though. Okay, bring that down to 201. Come on, there we go. And 3. I can get at least 2 more boxes of cards in there, assuming I can create them. I can't, okay, that's fine. So next one, £1 to £2 cards. Got to turn around every few seconds to check if there's any new offers come up, because it wouldn't do to miss them. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Bring it down to that one again. Get more stock stocked up. Because one thing I never seem to run out of is the 1 penny to £1 cost cards. Small castle, gotta live big dream. No, I can't even dream of properly of a big castle in Minecraft. I do not have the patience for all the mining. But, as you know, I'm fine with the mining. It's the designing and the building I struggle with in Minecraft. The mindless mining and getting all the resources, yeah, I can do that for hours on end. Putting it all together into an actual castle without someone else's design plan, I'm rubbish at that. An offer available? What we got? It's really I'm not even dating that one with response. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna get the red starter decks out. Branded sleeves. There they go. Branded sleeves. Come on. There we go. It's a playmat. It was a... Yes, okay. Clamigo and Wispo playmats. That's what I needed to grab. Oh boy. Let's see what that deal is. Rubbish. That's what it is. You can take a long walk of short cliff. Right. Playmat next. yellow boxes. An offer. That's a relatively good deal. I'll take that one. On the Minecraft thing, I find cobblestone generators even more boring than going into the mine and just strip mining cobble. At least you keep moving with the strip mining cobble, and you've got a decent chance of getting more iron and stuff in the interim. But a cobble generator, you're just standing there holding the right mouse button the whole time. Is it right or left mouse button? Either way, you're just standing there holding a mouse button down, not moving, not doing anything. It's boring for everybody involved. And I can't keep up a conversation long enough to keep it interesting to everybody watching. So cobblestone generators are way away from what I plan to be doing. Although I suppose I could just end up I did a little bit of off-screen mining, come back fully equipped in diamond armor. Not netherite, because netherite I would definitely do that on stream. Because the best ways to gather netherite in bulk tend to be hilarious for people to watch. If for no other reason than big bada booms, and everybody likes big bada booms. Now see, I've killed the Ender Dragon once, and I actually didn't think it was particularly difficult. I know it's supposed to be like the end state of the game, killing the Ender Dragon, the final boss, despite the fact that, you know, there's now things that are supposed to be even more difficult, like the Warden. But I spent so little time in the end that I ended up not doing the Ender Dragon. Wait, what was it I was after? Yellow cards. Really, you only need to go after the Ender Dragon if you want to muck around getting either Purple or Endstone or Elytra. And I don't use an Elytra ever, so kind of not that interesting to me. Okay, so I don't need that. I suppose the next thing to do is get another set of cards percolating. What do you mean, like the weather? Oh, do you mean the wither? That I've never tried to kill the wither because that one just looks stupidly difficult. Yeah, the wither, you kill the wither for... What do you get from killing the wither? Is it something you need to make beacons? It's some sort of high-end tool that is just like, you've got to be really endgame to even consider it worthwhile putting in the effort. Okay, red dice boxes, nanomite plushies, and blue and yellow dice boxes. Those back. Nanomite plushies instead. And red dice boxes. Nanomite plushies. Yeah, okay. Oh, red and green dice boxes. All the dice boxes are starting to get delayed in getting stocked up. Clearly, I need more people doing stocking. Which seems like a perfect justification for pulling the slowpoke off the tills and replacing him with someone a bit quicker, and then the slowpoke can take his sweet time restocking shelves until such time as I can afford to get a second till. Okay. Right. Yellow and purple boxes, red cards. Okay, blue deck boxes, black dice. Spit, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, it's not a bad thing to get those colour sleeves, but it's an expense I didn't want to make just yet. Right, nanomite plushies, Nocti plushies, bear pig and decimite figures. Okay. Nanomite, Nocti, bear pig, decimite. How am I doing? Okay, I can't get the next level of figures up anyway. Wispo playmats. Yeah. Okay. Branded sleeves and deodorant. And then so bills due in 3 days, so I need to be able to pay them in 2 by my own rules. So yeah, I can't really afford the next staff member just yet, which is a pity. Okay, nothing particularly good there. £45, £32, £31. Yeah, nothing to write home about in that deck, is there? there wasn't a great deal to the morning rush today, was there? Or was it simply the fact that I moved fast enough that there never really got time to be a queue built up? Yeah, it's a bad deal. Let's get some Nocti plushies out. Okay. They're all good. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. More deodorants. Okay, deal. No deal. Got a deal. It's rubbish. Never mind. And the queue's building up again. I'm not sure we're not getting to the point where we want to start having a proper stock room, or having the shelves turned sideways and doing too deep to try and maximize the amount of space usage. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, this queue needs busting. Not a good deal. Okay, what's up here? A couple of good cards. 152, 32, 38.96, £40, 27.16. Again, nothing to write home about. Oh, I sold a red bulk box and a purple bulk box that I missed. Okay, we'll get those back on the shelves. Restock, restock, restock. What's he got there? Some sort of dice? I'll do the blue boxes myself. Okay, yeah. Nothing particularly lacking there. Or there. Blue boxes were down on there. Ooh, we got a deal. What we got? It's rubbish. When you start getting dupes of full art cards, that's when you know you're doing well. Actually, I think I'm going to whack that one all the way up to 100. What are you doing? £170. There we go. I just noticed I did actually sell that graded card. And that really... Oh, yeah, okay, I just noticed I've got £10,000 in my bank. Yes, I sold a couple of those really expensive multi-thousand-pound cards. Very nice, very nice. That certainly means that when the time comes to pay my bills at the end of the week, I can immediately afford a third staff member. Preferably one who actually works the tills with a reasonable amount of speed. We're level 27 now. Should be a decent team member available. Offer, what we got? Ooh, full art sapling. I don't mind if I do. Nice. Okay. Get some more bear picks out. No, we're okay for Prince Stars. He's just grabbed the bats, so that's rubbish. Throw more of these cards in. Do Wales have a different time zone? How do you mean? Do you mean Wales the animal? Or do you mean like Wales the country where I am at the minute, in which case, no, all of UK's on the same time zone. Right, that was it, the marker. Yeah, Wales is same time zone as the rest of the UK. Of course, you go far enough up the Welsh valleys and you'll find yourself going back about 30 years, but... I do joke at Wales a lot, but I came here for university and I stayed here for a decade. I do like the country. It's got a lot to recommend it. Beautiful scenery, actually decent cities compared to some of the stuff in England. A few minor gripes, but mostly around rubbish public transport, and frankly that's everywhere in the UK that's not London has rubbish public transport. Well, no, everywhere in the UK except for London, Manchester and Sheffield pretty much has rubbish public transport. Blue, that was it. I'm forgetting where all these things go now. Welsh folk are the same as everyone. There's some good uns, some bad uns. I've run into my share of both. End of the day, people are people. What's I doing? Oh. Green boxes, that was what I wanted to do. I tell you what though, some of the best musical gigs I've ever been to have been in Wales. Both Welsh bands and bands from outside of the UK coming to Wales do fantastic gigs over here. I don't know what it is about Wales, but they really manage to do good ones. Right, so I need blue boxes, 2 lots of red cards. Red dice, yellow boxes. A Lunite statue. Comic book 1. and red battle decks. Okay, and from this lot, 2 System Gate 2s and a Mafia Works. Over £4,500 profit today. Not bad at all. Oh dear. Okay, we're just going to stick that up there for now. Okay, I'm going to get Slowpoke out of the way. Cube us a bit. Right, that's processing. Let's list some cards out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Now, Wednesday just gone was one of the few UK-wide festivals that's properly celebrated anymore. Bonfire Night. To commemorate, what was it, about 400 years ago, where someone almost blew up the Houses of Parliament? And so we celebrate it not happening by setting off fireworks for several hours. Great fun. And we actually went into Swansea to watch it and went out onto the beach. I tell you, one thing Swansea has that I don't know anywhere else in the UK has is it's a city with a really, really nice beachfront. And it really doesn't make enough of it. But we went out to St Helens Rugby Ground, which was where the big official city fireworks display was. and it was crowded as anything. Didn't see inside the rugby ground. We didn't go in there because we just stood outside, and there'd got to be at least 10,000 people on the promenade and the beach. And bear in mind, it was pitch black, and people were still out on the beach because it was just after high tide and the tide was rolling away. And there's people out there having fires on the beach, and it was a really nice party atmosphere. Apart from the few idiots who were being less than careful with fireworks, shall we say. But I got some absolutely stunning photographs of fireworks reflecting off the breakers on the beach. If I can figure out a way to make sure they don't end up doxing me, I might post them somewhere. Not a bad deal. I mean, at this point, probably not, but in the future, you never can tell. There's always some weirdos out there who'll push too far for no good reason. Plus, photos are taken on my iPhone, and that stores all sorts of like metadata, doesn't it? That tells you where it was taken, where it was uploaded, and all sorts. Honestly, I don't know a lot about how data stuff works. I know enough to be worried about it, but not enough to make sure I'm safe. So I tend to avoid a lot of that sort of thing. I mean, to be fair, if I put my fireworks photos up, it would be pretty obvious where it was taken, because there's only one view in Swansea that's as iconic as where I took it from. Plus, you know, I probably wouldn't be hiding, oh yeah, this was taken on Swansea's beach. I'd be more worried about them figuring out where I uploaded it from. And that I'm not sure if the phone would put on. Okay. All good. Decimites. Okay, white dice. Yeah, except it's not a random beach. Believe me, there's a tower right on the waterfront of Swansea, which I got absolutely fantastic photos of fireworks going off next to and in front of this tower, and the tower's pretty obvious. I mean, it's not like Blackpool Tower obvious, but certainly if I'd say, oh yeah, this is Wales, then yeah, you're going to know exactly where that photo was taken really easily. Okay, that's good. That's rolling. Okay. I mean, it's all a moot point anyway, because I'd need somewhere to put it up, and that would involve socials, which means probably X, Twitter, or Blue Sky. At some point, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and start doing the social thing. I mean, I keep saying this every blooming stream. I need to think about the social thing. And then, yeah, I got as far as checking Twitter today and went, yeah, that's why I don't do Twitter. Right. Pay bills, 2 days, so where's my phone gone? There we go. Quick check. 56 divided by 7 is 8 weeks. That's a rubbish offer. So we're getting close to the end of the week and having to pay the bills. What's he want? Not enough of a price difference to really justify it. What we got? Oh, this one's a good one. £35 there, 52 there, 53 there. And this is where the money is. £912.40 there. Very nice. 208 there is pretty good. 43 there and 339 there. Well, that was a good set. Drives me up the wall when that guy just clocks off at 9 o'clock and walks away, leaving everything on the floor. Let's flog a ghost. 375, I think. And let's get some high value Tetramon cards out. Got me sitting on a few. Yes. I forgot about that. Sell that one for 1,700. That's at least 1,000 there as well. I'm actually going to be nice and round that down to 1,000. Just, yeah, because it's a nice number at that point. And don't want to go for 910. That's a lot of 666s. Let's round it. No, 210. Rounded. That's how I like it. Okay, right. So green boxes, blue boxes. Then bear pig and decimite figures. I'm sure I only bought some of those yesterday. Book twos. Deodorant's fine for the minute. So let's put that order in and roll the day over. I'm just going to sit on till for the minute. You'd think this level of money would be good, but for £10,000 I can't even get the stock scanner that's supposed to speed up restocks, because that costs £12,000, and I'm not even sure that's the most expensive piece of equipment you can get in the game yet. I think there might actually be even more expensive equipment. No thank you. What do you want? Nope, no way, no how. Nice, what's that sold? Oh, the full art foil sapling card. Oops. And that was the Terra Dragon Gold Edition went on that one. Some next yellow card boxes. Ah, you love to see it. I should probably get off Tills and let Slowpoke take over and head out and start restocking cards. Because we got a whole bunch of full art cards to flog. Let's take that one up to 170. Yep, stick that one at 170 as well. An offer to be had. Seriously? I leave for like 30 seconds and you're already up to a queue of 4. Tomorrow, I'm replacing Slowpoke tomorrow. Seriously, dude. Come on. Q shifted. Okay, there we go. Q busted. Busting makes me feel good, as the song goes. Okay. Okay, they have got rid of the yellows, that's good. Okay, green and deodorants. Ooh, that's a decent offer. Sure, I'll take that. In fact, I'll even give you 10 pence more than you want. I'm feeling generous. It's an offer. Yeah, that's a good deal. £10 below asking price. It's pretty good, pretty good. Oh. What? Okay, why are you showing us 3 pence? I offered you 27. What the heck? That was weird. Right, yes, you. Fish and chips is a good call as long as you can get it done well. I actually have no idea. How is the state of the fish and chip market in France? Because I'm going to be honest, never had fish and chips when I went to France. Come on, man. You're so slow. I can see this customer aging as he stands there. No, thank you. Bad deal. got some good sale there. Almost £1,000 in a single sale. Very nice. Now see, fish and chips is with chips. Chips are thick cut, fries are thin cut. There's a difference. And if you try and serve fish and chips with fries, we're going to have a problem. Because that is heresy. Sorry, it just is. Right, where'd that stink bug go? There he is. See, now I'm thinking what French dish I can massacre in a truly English style as revenge. Something like a beef bourguignon, but made with a really, really crappy wine. Possibly something Spanish. Or Argentinian. Argentinian wine, yeah. Argentinian red in a beef bourguignon. How about that? Is that suitably threatening to you? Thing is, in the UK nowadays, fish and chips is still very hit and miss. You can't just go to any old place and expect decent fish and chips. You've got to hunt about for the good places. And then you also got to pay attention to regional variations. You see, where I live up in the West Midlands, they do orange chips, which they do by, I think they put paprika in and then lightly batter them. Or maybe it's just the light batter without the paprika. But it's got an orangey colour to it. It's quite unusual. Curry croissant. It's like croissant. Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Even I object to that, I have to say. A good croissant should be, well, fairly unadulterated, honestly. Although I am the sort of monster to cut it in half and put butter on the inside. And jam. But curry, no, I'm not going to put a savoury filling in a croissant. Well, you may think they're overrated, but I quite like them. Oh, I also like to dip them in hot chocolate, as long as it's a good quality hot chocolate. That habit I actually picked up in Germany, so you can't blame the British for that one. That's the Germans' fault. Which is weird, because the Germans you associate with coffee usually. But nope. Ooh, no. No. Some people think chocolate powder and water is an acceptable hot chocolate. That is not hot chocolate. If it's not made with milk, it's not going to taste right. Heat the milk properly. I mean, okay, an instant chocolate powder I can deal with, although I do prefer fresher chocolate, but I'm sorry, it's an important warning. Not all hot chocolate is good. Some of it is truly atrocious. Which, again, crying shame in Britain, seems we're one of the places where it's actually quite popularised. Okay, today's order. We need red cards and black dice. Deodorant. Actually, how's the machines doing? They're good. Okay, so deodorant. And nothing in the games. Let's roll over to day 57. Boom! Rent paid. Open the store. Go recruit. Restock speed fast, checkout speed normal. No. Checkout speed very fast. Hired. So I'm going to have Slowpoke assigned to restocking once he gets in. Yeah, you must be joking. In my experience, I have to say, there is no food or drink that someone somewhere cannot screw up. And it's always one of your, whatever it is going to be something you absolutely were craving and something you really wanted and you just wanted good, and what you got was atrocious. Oh, Shazbot. Restock shelf. Do not fill up. Right. Where is you? Man the counter, my friend. Carbonated water. That's how they screw up water. Sparkling water is an abomination unto Nuggin, as they say in certain Terry Pratchett novels. Plus, you know, whatever it was Coca-Cola did when they did smart water, that was screwed up. Ugh, no, I cannot stand sparkling water. It just doesn't work for me. I mean, you know, to each their own, but in my opinion... If water was supposed to be sparkling, it'd be naturally sparkling. The fact that it's naturally still says that's how it should be served. Okay. Right, we've got £11,000, so I'm going to expand the shop again, I think. Just 2 expansions to start with. Water is like vampires. It should not be sparkling. There we go. How's that for a hot take? If that's what gets me cancelled, then the hill of still water is one I'm willing to die on. Okay. I'm gonna get the next shop expansion as well. Sure, why not? Ooh, look at all that lovely extra space just shifting it all back one has given me. Would be funny to check one day at our Sharty Food, just for science. Ooh, the temptation to do reaction content. It's there, certainly, but I think I need a larger audience to make it work. But I'm not going to say no. It's a maybe. I don't object to the concept. And honestly, complaining about food, that's something everyone can enjoy. So yeah, I think that could work as a stream concept. Right. Let's get a new shelf in. It would certainly add a humour factor to have a British person criticising other people's food. Although I would have to spend a good long time roasting the British food as well. But hey, I'm British. We all enjoy a good roast. As long as it's got Yorkshire puddings with it. Okay. Oh, I hope not. Because I'm going to be honest, as much as people criticise British food, not enough hate is given to the abominations that Americans call food. Right. I am going to order, controversially, I'm going to order a second small pack opening machine. There we go. A stink bug got in. That's going to ruin my scores for the day. I don't know. I mean, American does, yeah. Too big and very unhealthy. Sure, but what they call bacon, I mean, okay. Streaky bacon has its place. But the sort of bacon you serve for breakfast should be back bacon. Streaky bacon has no business being in a fry-up. There you go. That is probably my hottest take on American food. Their bacon sucks. Also the fact that they don't do tea properly. They think you can make tea in a microwave. A microwave! The heresy is just... ugh. Americans continue to think they're the greatest people on the planet is one of the surest evidences of oh dang it, I forgot the term. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, American breakfasts are too big. Although it did lead to a funny story one time when my family was in America on holiday. And my dad insisted we were all going to an all-you-can-eat breakfast place. And my brother did not want to go because he wasn't hungry. And my dad was insistent, and so we went. And it was, I forget how much it was, but whatever it was quite expensive, and my brother ate one banana total, the most expensive banana he's ever eaten, because it was the price of the entire all-you-can-eat for that person. My dad was not happy, but then again, my dad was told my brother didn't want to go for an all-you-can-eat breakfast, and my dad didn't listen. And so he ended up paying the price, quite literally. Dang it, I can't quite get another table in there. Maybe if I shuffle these up a bit. How much space do I need? Oh yeah, if I shuffle these tables up a bit, once these guys are finished up for the night, then I can get these tables over here and have a nice big space here for more tables for other stuff. Right. So we want a box of yellows. I'm going to do another box of blues, I think, and get that straight in the sorting machines. Okay, blue dice. Pretty much, yeah. $40 banana. But hey, my brother was very clear he didn't want to eat much. It was my dad's own fault for pushing him. You've got to eat. We're going for breakfast. Like it or lump it. Well, my dad lumped it, and it serves him damn well right. And to this day, my dad still does not listen properly when people tell him, nope, not interested in food at the minute. Because he hasn't learned, and you can't tell my dad anything. Ooh, that's annoying. Can't quite afford the stuff I want. Okay, right, I need a System Gate 1, System Gate 2, Necromancers, and the Penny Sleeves. Oh, nice. Straight away, we've got enough to put that stock order in. Boom. Which means I can grab that, get it straight in the sorting machines. Oh, fiddlesticks. I was going to shift these over, wasn't I? Right, let's do it quick. Right. I can just squeeze it in there. Get that ever so slightly further up. There we go. Now as soon as they're done, I can get that table over there and have all this space free. So much room for activities, as they said in that one film. What was it? I can't remember what film it was. It was a Will Ferrell film, which is why I don't pay attention to it. Okay. And the next purchase is another card table. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh bother. Can I shuffle these up very slightly? As soon as that dude's out of the way. Yes, there we go. Shuffle them up, and there we go. All the card tables are in. I hope you like bead rules, or Royal Llama as the case may be. 'Cause I got loads of the wretched things. In my experience, if there's a way to start an argument with something, there's a Reddit for it. There, I said it. Reddit exists to start arguments. It didn't used to, but that's what it does now. Read it, rage it. Not a good deal. Okay, he's doing the restock. Ooh, here we go. Kinda pants. And this one, absolutely terrible. Whatever. Take the full carton. Here's the thing though, Britain does have a very bad rap for its food, but doesn't every country have just bad food somewhere in its cuisine? I can't believe it's just Britain that is so widely reviled for its food, that it's because it's just worse than everyone else on the planet. It doesn't seem right to me. Oh, was it? Right, the books, yes. Well, you know, we keep touching on subjects that I've got opinions on. And I do like sharing my opinion. There's times to be polite and neutral and non-politic, and then there's times to rage against carbonated water. Heresy! Heresy! So I'm curious, what's France's joke food? Or is it trying to feed British people frog's legs? Because certainly that's the mimetic French food. Despite the fact I've never ever seen anywhere that actually sells it. I've been told frog's leg tastes a bit like chicken. I have to say I'd be willing to try it. There's very few things I won't at least give a go. I've tried snails, I didn't think much of them. That's not bad. £546 and £149 there. Pretty good one. 149, 27, 22.77. Honestly, I suspect the snail I had was just overcooked because it was really chewy. Quite disappointing. But then again, it was part of a buffet thrown on for a summer ball my parents were at. And they brought some back to the room. Well, actually, I think my brother wasn't there. It was just me that time. I think he was staying over with a friend. I stayed over in a room attached to where the summer ball was happening. So my parents came back with various bits of the buffet for me to try, and that's where I tried snails. And yeah, it's either overdone or they'd been too long since they were cooked, and they ended up rubbery, which is a shame. Century egg, is that Chinese? Well, as I say, I'd give most things a go at least once, but I don't think I'd be going looking for century egg particularly. Pebbles. yeah. Although I'm going to be honest, my limits are like something with brain. That I wouldn't touch. I'm okay with a lot of offal, but brain just puts me off. Or eyeballs. Eyeballs, no. Definitely wouldn't touch that. I did try tripe last year. Cow stomach. I really didn't think much of that. I tried menudo, which is a Mexican way of doing tripe as well, and I didn't think much of that either. So stomach is something I definitely won't eat. But heart, liver, kidneys, those are delicious. Well, when prepared properly, they're delicious. When prepared badly, they're awful. And I think certain animals as well, there's a line when they're too close to being pets where you just don't want to eat them. What I've had before that I really enjoyed was horse. I actually had that in France first time. Quite a funny story. We were on a school trip to the Ardèche region, and they took the entire school of the school group we were with to this restaurant, and they gave us steak, and then they told us afterwards that it wasn't beef steak, it was horse steak, and a lot of people freaked out. Personally, I had no problem with it. I thought it was quite tasty because it was well prepared, but so like horse, I don't have a problem eating. And I've had a good rabbit as well. Rabbit I had in Spain. Actually, if I put that down there. It is in the UK. I mean, there are places in the UK where you can get rabbit, but it's not regularly eaten anymore. Too many people think it is just it's a pet now. So they don't think to eat it. And to be fair, that was the point where I decided I was actually never going to be a vegetarian. I was perfectly fine with eating meat. Because the rabbit I ate 3 days earlier, I'd been petting in my friend's grandparents' back garden, because we'd gone to visit a friend from Spain's family, and we'd gone to see his grandparents, and they kept animals in the back garden, as a lot of people do. Not in the UK anymore. And one lot of animals they had was rabbits, and we petted the rabbits, we played with the rabbits, and then 3 days later we went to a restaurant and we had this absolutely delicious paella, and it's like, what's the red meat? Oh, that's the rabbit you were playing with the other day. And that was the point when faced with, oh, this was cute and fluffy and jumping around, and I thought it was very cute, and I just ate it, and yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, I'm good with eating meat. It was a turning point in my life, I have to say. just order? Yeah, that's correct. Right, blue deck box. Although also consider, when it comes to eating rabbit, for me, that's technically cannibalism. Truly, I am a monster. True enough, true enough. Is it yellows I needed? Rabbits know they are delicious. Oh dang, can't quite get the yellow ones yet. Having unlocked them, where would I put them? Definitely going to be a case of getting the next shelves out. Okay, first 3 board games as well. Shall I get the magnetic holder license? Sure, why not? I don't know, how well does a ukulele apology work if you can't play the ukulele? I mean, that's a project for the future, learning to play a musical instrument on stream. I have a really rubbish ocarina I can play, and ukulele, they're cheap to get. I'm sure me learning a musical instrument on stream would be absolutely hilarifying. There's a difference between playing something badly deliberately and just playing something badly because you can't play it, though. If you're playing something badly because you can't play it, that's kind of cringe. If you're playing something badly for comedic effect, that's funny. And it's a very fine line you have to walk. What about 12 minutes of ukulele? Play something stupidly long like Inagada de Vida. That's about 12 minutes long. Okay, there's nothing to add to my stock order. We gotta get the red deck boxes. Damn, even the quicker guy's taking his time to get going this morning. See, I may be fairly new at streaming, but even I know that as soon as the streamer goes, "I'll let the chat decide," that's when trouble starts. Letting humans choose anything on the internet is rarely a good idea. That's how you end up with submarines called Boaty McBoatface. Or people thinking there's nothing like a Jet 2 holiday is a funny meme. Where's the purple? There. First rule of streaming, never ever ever trust your chat. Be nice to chat, be friends with chat, but never trust them on any decisions, ever. It can only go well. Oh, it was well, basically it was actually a British Arctic exploration vessel. Probably 10 years ago now, and they put out an online poll to choose the name for this flagship of the British exploration fleet, and the overwhelming vote online was to call this magnificent ship Boaty McBoatface. Thankfully, the people in charge saw sense and said, no, we're not calling it Boaty McBoatface, we're going to call it David Attenborough. But it's got a small submarine on board, and we'll call the submarine Boaty McBoatface. And so that's how a British exploration submarine got the name Boaty McBoatface. Because you never ever trust people on the internet. True, but that's one of the tame examples. Less tame, less pleasant was a poll, I think it was for a new flavour of Doritos. The winning vote was a certain person who was not very nice did nothing wrong. I'm not going to say precisely what person, but it was an Austrian with a funny moustache. As I said, Never trust people on the internet. They're full of shit. Not a particularly good haul. What about this one? Ooh, even worse. Okay. Not too bad at all. Oh, he walked away over a matter of 20 pence. What a git. Screw that guy. I hope he doesn't leave a bad review. That guy wants £800 over the market price. He must be out of his mind. Actually, sitting down and thinking about it, I don't think the British public can be trusted with any votes. Because for the last decade, pretty much anything we voted on, we've screwed up. From Brexit onwards. Now there's a hot take that will get me cancelled. Brexit was a mistake. It's also a hill I'm very willing to die on. Got an offer. It's a rubbish offer. Okay, well, it's 11:30 UK time right now, and we're almost going into day 60 game time. So I'm thinking I might wrap it up for the night, because at this point I'm starting to run out of things to talk about other than criticising political decisions, and that's really not a rabbit hole we should be going down on a Friday night of casual gaming. Ooh, that's a good pack. So, yes. No, I need a fan base before I destroy my fan base. I can't destroy any potential fan base before I get it by doing politics. That's just not a good idea in so many ways. I mean, I have the hottest of takes when it comes to politics. I believe in crazy radical things like decent healthcare. Everybody should have food. Everybody should have shelter. You know, really hardcore lefty stuff. I know, right? I'm such a radical. I'm a communist, really. See me playing a game where capitalism rules? Yep, totally a communist. Yep. Hi Akko, welcome to the stream. You picked a bad time to come in, I'm afraid. I'm just wrapping up for the night. Just stoking the fires of outrage before I go. Well, I'm not sure when next time is going to be. It certainly won't be any later than Monday. I don't know if I'm going to do any streaming over the weekend though. It very much depends on how I feel and if we end up going out anywhere. But 8 PM UK time on Monday is when I'll definitely be streaming next. for now, we're just ringing up this guy for whatever he wants. He wants to leave. He wants to leave empty-handed because I'm not giving him that much money. He must be out of his gourd. Okay, so we are level 29. At level 30, we get the legendary card box. So that's going to be the goal for the next stream. Get the legendary card box, and then we are going to get another 2 double-sided shelves, shift this over and start figuring out more stock. I've got no idea what extra stock we're going to get in, but we're going to get something in down it. So, okay, end of the day stock order. We need white dice, red cards, Nanomite plushie, Minstar plushie, branded card sleeves, deodorant, and that's it. Put the order in, and on that shocking revelation, we are going to call it a day. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's been a pleasure to have you. I'll be back, as I say, on Monday at the latest. I might do something, a gorilla stream over the weekend. I don't know. It depends entirely how I feel. But for now, I think we're going to wrap it up for the night because I'm rambling. My name has been redacted. Thank you all for coming to the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.